talk about what's going on here, and for a few minutes, let me just make absolutely sure this video thing is working. So, what's been the conversation thus far with Robert here?
Nothing. Just nothing.
Not a
We were
lot.
talking about, we were just talking about channels that of MBTI related stuff that we all follow.
Oh. Which are some other channels you guys? What's the channel that you talked about or you watch?
I think we dropped Michael Pierce.
Type tips.
Yeah, type tip.
I like. She doesn't have a lot of videos up, but like Carolyn Zakowski, she's that INFJ chick. I wasn't there during the EJarnendee legacy, but I watched the videos that were saved.
Well, actually, he was like my host Eric before host Eric. Actually, I was
Who?
I was a very big fan of DJ.
Wait, who was?
I'll send
Oh,
you the-
EJarnendee. He was great.
I like him because I have an ESTP friend, and I like him. I don't know.
Oh,
I
type
came in at
tips.
the end to him. I only watched a little bit of his videos before he deleted his channel. EJ's.
He deleted his channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Like even when he was going, like someone did save some of his God's Friends video. I still like that for some reason. I'm not sure if I'm too connecty, but I connected to that. I was like, okay, this is.
he's very intense. I like it.
Yeah, because I don't know. I've done. I don't know. I feel like I can go through what he went through, but not in a negative way, and not in a.
Wait, what? I don't know anything about him. What did he go through?
I don't know. He didn't really go through anything. He just kind of went crazy.
Yeah. Well,
Well, yeah. So he was making claims such as he was able to listen to God. What else? That he had some sort of superpower. That he was able to be an ESTP.
He said that if he walked out into traffic, God would move cars out of the way rather than let him get run over.
Yes, he made that claim as well. I think that was a boldest claim. That was a.
I think it's a perfectly sensible claim because you just say you add in there this. You go, look, however, I can't use it for a bad reason, or else I wouldn't be worthy of it. So no, I can't prove it to you.
Or he could say that he can't prove it to us, like whenever, because he'll question his faith. Like he'll test his faith, and you're not supposed to do that. It's a sin. It's kind of like my dad has similar views about church. Apparently, there are churches in which they will bring out snakes and whatnot, and like fucking mess with them. And my dad is like super anti like snake church because he thinks that they are playing with God's faith or whatever. Playing with God. I don't know. It's weird shit.
Well, I think whatever his reasoning would be, it would be something that I would find interesting, nonetheless.
Robert, I want to know what you sounded. You were like, oh, you thought it was intense. What qualities do you look for, or in general, are you? Do you think make a video successful? What qualities make a video unsuccessful? If you've watched various MBTI stuff in particular, what kind of analysis? What quality of analysis do you like to hear most?
he was just very entertaining. Just he had fire in his eyes. He was just so passionate. I really liked it.
Are you looking for that in general from videos, or that's just what you took from that one, and you sort of take something different from every video that every person whose videos you watch, you take something different, it's unique, or can you identify specific qualities of video making that you think work well and don't work well?
He took some. He would like. He would like very like something complex and would kind of bring it down to a simple level, which is.
So
he was very indirect about everything he did, but I don't know, he was just very interesting. I loved it.
Huh.
Yeah.
What do
I
you
can't
guys
put my-
think, Zach and Tony, about in general things that make videos work or things that make videos not work so well?
I think the reason I told you that you should keep the podcast format, like upload it like the hour-long shit, right? Because I think that people are mostly interested in two things. Like when they click on a YouTube video, they either want to quickly get to the information they want to see and then they're done, or they want to relax, like just sit back and kind of settle in for the long video that they're about to enjoy. So I think that the best videos are the ones that are either straight to the point or they're kind of lengthy, just so, I mean, not like,
Because you don't want to get up and change the channel every 5 minutes, basically.
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
All
But
right.
if you notice, like some of the most popular stuff on YouTube are long podcasts because people like to do other shit and listen to them, or they like vines, like the 7-second long, like funny shit videos. You know what I mean? And so those are like the two polar extremes of what I'm talking about. But
I
in
don't
general,
know. I
think
don't watch
people,
either of those things. So, Tony, what
well,
about you? What do you
I
think?
listen to podcasts, but I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna echo one of what Zach just said. At least for the long one takes, whether it be long or not, I like the one takes because it's like you're there, right? It's like you're part of the interaction. You get all the little conversation nuances. It's like a 1-to-1 ratio as opposed to sort of compressing or rushing some sort of idea. It's just like a free-flowing conversation. So I like that. And then the other thing that I like is what I look for is the person themselves, the character, the unique spirit or the unique person in themselves, right? So that's what drew me to you, Eric. That's what drew me to EJarnendee. Because they were very themselves and they were kind of like unapologetic about it. You know, they brought themselves, their soul, to the internet, and they, in a way, they knew themselves well, and they were unapologetic about themselves. You know, they're like, "This is me, take it or leave it." You know, which is a good thing to have.
That's cool. That's cool. That's nice to hear as well. I like that perception of me to be had. In general, it seems like a nice perception for that. But the thing that you said that made me want to ask a question that's sort of unrelated is, fucking me and my SI are so shitty. Oh, it's about the podcast format or something like that. Like types of videos that people watch, and you guys do something. I'm gonna take these earphones out. I'm gonna remember it.
Personalities.
What?
Eric struggling with his SI.
Oh,
We should-
fuck.
If only we were recording this to watch him wrestle his SI.
Whatever. Just depend. He's still going for it. Oh man, he's like reaching
He's almost
in
got it.
the. It's like he dropped the ring in the toilet. He's trying to reach down and try to like, oh fuck, where the fuck is the thing? Just make up something new with your NE, right? Like, forget the past. It's all about the potential of the future.
I still don't remember what it is.
Personalities?
Wow.
You're talking about personalities of each of the hosts and whatnot? Like how Tony was hitting onto that? Maybe that was what you're referring to?
Yeah, maybe. I did have another question I thought of, but it wasn't the question I originally thought, which is, to what extent do people's verbal delivery styles make a big difference? For example, are you bothered particularly by slowness or speed or a lot of ums and ahs, a lot of, how tangential, at what point does tangential become annoying? At what point does being too on task and focused just become brusque? Like, do you have any thoughts on those sort of things, or have you considered them sort of actively before in this fashion?
So I think it's conditional for me. It's like if you are slow with your words and very concise with or if you're very picky about your words and you're very slow and you take your time, as long as the content and your thoughts are interesting and some they belong to you. These are your own ideas. These are original. These are things that you truly want to say, and these are things that you mean and you meaning what you say. then you could take all day. I don't care. But if you're not talking about anything of substance, then whether you talk about it fast or slow, then I don't really.
I think if it's a video of just one of sort of a monologue, then there needs to not be a lot of ums and ahs. I think it needs to be a lot more fast-paced, kind of like fluent, basically. But with a kind of like the podcast format, so to speak, I don't think it matters as much because people can kind of step in. I've noticed Tony a lot when if I hit like a thought wall, so to speak, Tony will step in and save me from that. And thank you so much for that, Tony. But
any time.
Kill me. But it really is what hosts ideally should be attending to mentally the whole time is this is a very unusual sort of not really existy format where you've got co-hosts who are functioning as co-hosts with one guest who's not a co-host, right? Which is a really weird format. But anyway,
no, I think it's a good format. I think it's a really good format.
I think so too because you've got multiple people stepping in to say, okay, multiple people watching the farm at the same time. Like you guys are aware that okay, Eric's rambling again, and as you get more comfortable cutting me off and sort of just saying like, like Eric, then that's
Robert.
Robert, right. Robert is here providing visual clowning in the background for our.
Please don't let me distract.
You're not distracted. We like it. It's weird.
I think it's
really
a game.
weird.
I think it's a good game. It's like I'm gonna try not to be distracted.
But
yeah,
I'm kind of like self-centered in my like of this format so much because, okay, if I wasn't participating in all of these, and even the ones I do participate in, I like to I would be probably like playing a game or something and listening to it in the background, just following on the conversation, kind of doing something mindless, and I like that type of shit. Like this, I would be listening to all of these if I was participating, and I still do listen to the ones I participate in. So I'm doing the same shit. But
and my friend
it's not as good because I already know what's going on. But yep.
No, but my friend was agreeing with me yesterday, or he was agreeing with your idea that you just presented right now, because yesterday with Nefertari, he was famous person, right? And he wasn't watching the video necessarily. He was kind of in the background playing video games, but he was still listening in as if it was a podcast.
Because there's one of the podcasts
I remembered. It wasn't a question. It was a thing. It was. I totally feel like you guys are at my house because when I leave work, I think to myself, and I swear I think it for like a minute before I catch myself. I wonder if Zach and Tony are at my house when I get home. Right?
Oh.
I think like you guys are gonna be here, but because I don't make the fucking intuitive connection between the fact that your body is someplace else because it doesn't feel like it. We're spending a lot of time hanging out, right? And I always hang out with you at the same place at my garage. It's not like I hang out with you sometimes at some other location. I'm always here, so I assume you must be here as well.
Yeah, I think that's another thing that the audience. Oh fuck!
Oh, we lost Zach.
Oh.
You could tell me if you wanted to.
Yeah, fine. I'll just repeat myself after. But yeah, just the presence thing. It's like it's as if these other people are in the room, right? I think that's what I was trying to get at as well. When I meant the 1-to-1 ratio kind of thing. It's like the real time, the non.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was saying that there's a certain intimacy to the conversation that allows people to feel as though, in this format, that allows people to feel like they're a part of it. Like, Robert's not particularly active. He's literally a part of it in the sense that he's sitting right here. And then I could imagine it doesn't feel a whole lot different than if we were on in the background and he wasn't talking, you know?
Yeah.
Robert, you want to chime in on that?
Well, something.
I think that should be Robert's little, what's it called?
That's his
his
catchphrase, right?
His catchphrase, yeah.
Well, something. It's a good answer. It's a good answer. It just basically says, I cannot possibly be bothered to answer your question.
long as the answer is a Robert kind of answer, then I'm okay with that.
Right, yeah.
I want to bring out the quirks and the catchphrases out of everyone.
I don't think I'll probably cop that. Well, I've been recording this. We're at 15 minutes. We could stop it. It's just kind of random nonsense. But at least, hopefully, I think the audio will be correct on this. We'll get something out of the evening that we can put up there.
Oh, that's cool. It's like behind the scenes.
Okay, so maybe I'll title it that. There are a couple of things I left up there with the bad audio. You can, if you check it out and you think, yeah, the audio is too bad, just delete them. If you think it's potentially tolerable, maybe leave them. I don't know. I feel depressed about it because that interview with Betty was great and it fucked up. The audio's all fucked up.
Yeah, no problem. Like, what's it called? As my friend puts it, don't worry about the gold. We got the gold mine.
Okay.
Don't worry about the golden eggs. We got the swan or the goose.
That's a good perspective.
Yeah.
All right, I've got maybe about. I'm gonna stop this one. I've got about maybe 10 minutes left in me before I'm gonna try to hit the sack here.